Let me ask you something. Have you ever got disappointed because you tied a certain result or a certain expectation to a certain result, but that never happened, and now you got disappointed? It's gonna happen a lot, especially in this business, you know? Because a lot of people are gonna tell you all sorts of things. I'm selling my house. You're the one I'm gonna go to. I'm buying. I'm gonna write an offer on this place, and it never happens. Um, I wish I learned that a lot earlier, so I could have saved a lot of mental energy, and disappointment that occurred in the past 6 months. So how do you avoid disappointment, and how do you stop spending so much mental energy on the things that didn't happen because you got excited but they didn't happen? So um, there's one person that I'd like to bring into this who had a great opinion on this disappointment, this expectation. It's Gary Vaynerchuk. He said, as long as you don't expect anything from anybody, you'll never be disappointed, and that's how he stays happy all the time. I feel like he's always exaggerating just because of his energy and stuff, but he does bring a point. Um, Gosh, I can't I can't compare how many times I've had people just waste my mental energy just because they said that they're selling, and then me following up with them, following up, but then all of a sudden they sign with a different realtor. The past five sellers who have listed, they've all said that, hey, we'd appreciate your opinion. Come call us when we're ready, and we'll be happy to meet with you. Never happened. Never happened. Why? I don't know. It's probably because they had relationships with other realtors, and I was just some kid who knocked on their door and bothered them in the follow-up. But that's something in the past. I'm not worried about it. What I am gonna fix in the future now is how I react after they have made their decision. And all the stuff beforehand, handling my mental energy. Because for all the listings, the future listings that I know that are gonna happen, I'm not gonna expect them to. Well, I'm not gonna 100% expect them to hire me. Because if they don't, I'm not gonna be disappointed as much as before. Because we're all gonna be disappointed. We're all human. It's gonna happen. But gosh, you're gonna hear a lot of opinions out there. Always expect the result. Always expect the listing. And there are gonna be other people who say, hey, don't expect everything to happen the way you want it to, because you're just gonna drain your mental energy. I'm kind of both sides of the equation here, but I'm shifting more of my energy to saying, hey, you're not gonna win everyone. People are gonna do business with other people because of previous relationships. This is a relationship business, and I'm starting to figure that out. Through a lot of lost business. You know, and again, here's another person who said a great thing. Ricky Caruth, #1 Remax agent in Alabama, whose channel I recently discovered. Great channel, great content. Go check him out, Ricky Caruth. He said that he's lost more deals than deals that he has won. You know, I know that's kind of like an obvious statement, but shoot, if you lose more than you win, isn't that like a wake up call to say that you're not gonna get everyone? Take baseball for example. If a person gets a hit and gets on base 3 out of 10 times, he's considered a superstar. You could be in the Hall of Fame for that. 4 out of 10, you're superb. Most people can't reach 4 out of 10. It's called the batting average. Most people are hanging around the twos. 2 out of 10 is a failure rate for a lot of people, but in baseball and maybe in real estate, that's a pretty big number. So from now on, I'm taking a little mental shift and focusing on things differently. It's focusing on the relationship with these people, building a connection to the point where it's hard to break or unbreakable, and setting myself up so that, if they were to go with different realtors, I wouldn't be affected, right? Because, again, if you tie a certain result or a certain expectation to a result, and if that doesn't happen, you're going to feel disappointment. And that disappointment is what caused me to lose some momentum, especially after my first closing. Like I told you, If you haven't watched the video, here's what happened. As soon as I opened the door, gave the keys to the buyer, what happened was that I received a text from a listing or a seller that I've been following up with. They said, hey, we signed with another realtor. We appreciate all that you've done. In other words, they said, fuck off. We don't want to hear from you anymore. You know? And that pretty much killed my whole vibe. The pain of that was greater than the victory I felt of getting my first sale. I don't know why. But the month after that, I felt pretty down. I felt like momentum stopped, and I felt like I didn't have anything in my pipeline, you know? The problem's been fixed. I got a lot more leads to handle, but I learned a lot, especially after March, you know, that you can't expect everyone to do what they say they're going to do, and you can't expect them to work with you, because that's just going to set you up for a lot of disappointment, all right? So I hope by sharing this, that those of you who are going to be in real estate or are going to be in any business or anything in general in life, you guys are going to get that, you know, not everything's going to work in your way, and you can avoid a lot of disappointment and heartbreak just by not expecting everyone to work with you. It sounds so simple, but again, a lot of advice is simple when it's given to you, but it means something else when you go through it yourself. All right, so hope that video helps. I'll continue to make videos every week. I've been kind of slacking off procrastinating because this is the one thing I always put last. But I promise you, for this whole year, there's going to be 52 videos on my channel when December hits or more. And I'll always be happy to share with you the things that I'm learning.